Hi Big Tractor fans, this video comes to you from a cotton field located in northeast Arkansas, where a 280 engine horsepower John Deere 8R 280 tractor is operating an Amazon ZATS 4200 Profis Pro Hydro 3-point mounted spreader, built to carry 4.5 tons of product. It is fertilizing 36 rows of 38-inch space cotton. That's 114 feet per pass. In this presentation, we'll visit with Mark from Amazon to learn about the advantages of running a big 3-point mounted spreader. The ZATS 4200 is built with an intelligent weigh system and flow control. We'll also take a ride in the cab of the tractor to see the operator's view of running this large implement. But first, let's head out to the field so that you can see and hear this big spreading team at work.
The ZATS Amazon spreader, with it the 3-point 4.5 ton box. The two biggest technology selling points are going to be the Argus twin system right here, radar sensors that are watching the spread pattern as it goes throughout the field. So as consistency changes, bulk density, the wind, and all that, the machine's going to read. So Argus is going to watch your drop point and spread pattern to make sure, as say for urea gets sticky and heavier, it doesn't blow and get thrown farther out. It's going to change the drop point and spinner speed, keep the spread pattern right behind the machine.
So, and you have a sensor up here on the spreader that monitors that?
Yes, so that is our wind control unit. Just came out in the past few years. So with the wind control, it's able to read what direction the wind's coming into the machine and where it's coming from and what angle. So it's able to change this bowl shape right here. It's going to rotate above the spinners and change the draw point right onto the spreader vane. So if my wind's coming from the left side of the tractor, it'll change the spinner speed to be draw point spinner speed to be more heavier into the wind, so that my spread pattern is not shifting. It's able to stay right behind the spreader.
Well, with the cost of fertilizer, it's a good way to make sure it's going where it's supposed to be.
Exactly. You want to put it where you want it instead of outside the field or streaking all that.
Well, thank you, Mark. I'll take a ride here in the tractor and take a look at it in action.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm up in the cab of the John Deere 8R 280 with the Amazon 3-point mounted spreader here, and it is applying fertilizer in 38-inch row cotton. And the nice thing about this spreader is it's able to cover 36 rows at a time, and that's about 114 feet.
114 feet.
And we can see the tractor is using its John Deere guidance system here to cover those rows. And I imagine it's nice to have the 3-point mounted spreader because you can make a tight turn here where you don't have any headlands, so the fields are tight on the ends here. The ZATS 4200's price tag starts in the mid $70,000 range. You can visit with your local Amazon dealer to find out more about this particular spreader and its price, as well as potential discounts. Or you might want to visit Amazon.net to find out about all the 3-point mounted spreaders the company offers. I'll put a link to that website in the description area of this video. So how many acres are you able to apply with a 3-point mounted spreader like this between refills?
You can do about anything between 37 and 40 acres between every fill up, and it takes we fill it up to about 7,600 pounds every fill up to get to that 37 or 40 acres. So yeah, it all shows you everything over there on the screen. That's how many acres you got left in your hoppers. You can do 29 acres with what's left in the hoppers. That's the amount I've done so far out of the whole fertilizer truck. And that's the acres I've done so far. Oh, that's the pounds that I've used out of that truck, and that's the acres I've done with what came out of that truck. And then on top you got your speed, and you got a wind control over here that is showing the wind is blowing at 18 kilometers an hour. They set it up in kilometers an hour, it's not miles per hour. And that arrow just shows the direction of the wind, so that will show you the wind is blowing east right now. And that's just how much we're putting out, 204 pounds per acre. And that's how fast the spreaders are running. When you need to apply border lines on all your fields. So if you get to the borderline, will shut off, section control will shut off, and those green lines will go away as the sections shut off. And it's got an automatic button, so if you hit that automatic button, it will automatically shut off when you get to the border. And as far as that, it's real easy to use. There's nothing complicated about it. You can set up everything you need to set up in it, how many pounds per acre you want to set up, and it will do its best to try and keep up with that as far as possible.
You can see here there's a big berm between you and the road and a small headland to turn around, and three-point is definitely a good way to go. See, the tractor also just takes right off, and it's going to jump up to about 14 miles per hour here in the field. And it's a very smooth ride, and just a nice setup to get the fertilizer out here on the cotton. Well, thank you for the information on the spreader. It's neat to see a different type of application here in cotton with it.
You're more than welcome. I can tell you everything as far as I know it. The rest of it you're gonna have to ask the technician guys. They can tell you a little more about it.
Sure.
I just know the basics.
Well, it looks like it's working well.
Yep, it's all running good, no problems.
hope that you've enjoyed spending some time out in the field with this Amazon ZATS 4200 3-point mounted spreader operated by the John Deere 8R 280 tractor. I would like to hear in the comment section below this video if you apply dry fertilizer to your crops while they're growing, or if you broadcast it before they are planted. I would like to hear about the spreader that you use on your farm and the tractor that operates it. If you have appreciated this presentation, I hope you'll consider subscribing to Big Tractor Power YouTube, where there's over 2,000 videos of farm machines in action. As always, thank you for watching.